to the Southern Baptist Convention Deep State. What's up, truthers? Welcome back. And I want to talk about the Southern Baptist Convention Deep State. Now, that term usually doesn't get used in terms of Christianity. It's usually used in the political world. And it's a term that's used to describe when there is an institution or a group of people within an institution that act within it, that have been there for a long time, that it's hard to get out, that they're entrenched, and they hold key positions of power. It can also refer to rules or laws, agreements between groups of people that are not easily changed. They're put into place so that even if there is a general amount of overturn in the political world or an institution, or in this case, the Southern Baptist Convention, it really doesn't matter, because the key people, the key figures, the key rules, and the key laws have already been put in place to, in essence, negate any change that's going to occur in the future. It's a way of preemptively stopping any change. And that's why I'm using the phrase deep state in terms of the Southern Baptist Convention. Now, the Southern Baptist Convention occurred about a week ago, as of the filming of this video at least, and I have not heard good things from it. I'm not part of the SBC, but I've been watching it for a while, and in 2019, I believe it was in November of 2019, I made a video about J.D. Greear saying that it's time to leave the Southern Baptist Convention. Turns out that that was kind of prophetic in a general way. And that's because even though J.D. Greear is gone, after having 3 years of unabated control and an extra year because of the origin of unknown origin, he had an extra year. So he, in essence, has put people in place, has accrued pastors and leaders to himself, and he's put people in positions of power in the SBC who hold to social justice ideas and critical race theory ideas. And none of that was more apparent than when critical race theory Prop 9 was vaguely mentioned, from what I heard, from members that were actually at the Southern Baptist Convention meeting. And it didn't go well. Some of the information I got was from a podcast that James White did, and some of the people he had on. And it turns out that critical race theory, or Prop 9, was more or less ignored, intentionally ignored. And when it was mentioned, it was only in a cringeworthy way. I can't remember the name of the person who addressed it, but he said something to the effect of, if people were as passionate about the gospel as they were about CRT or Prop 9, that we wouldn't be in this position in the first place. Yeah, very cringeworthy statement coming from somebody at the SBC who's supposed to be supporting and promoting Christian and gospel truths, who clearly is under the effect of critical race theory much more than he is the gospel. And if he does have an understanding of the gospel, which I would assume this person doesn't, it's obviously very warped and a social justice-y version of the gospel. And that includes the new leader of the SBC who's been voted in. Turns out things aren't looking much better with him either. A lot of people are saying that he doesn't even understand the Trinity correctly. And on his website, he had to go back and alter or edit what the Trinity meant after people brought up his misunderstanding of it. So it's not looking good for the SBC right now. The deep state is entrenched. They've been cemented in, and it's time for an exodus, unfortunately, from the SBC. And as much as I hate to say that, I've been saying it, and nothing is more apparent now, and a lot of people have finally woken up. And I know it's hard if you're part of the SBC, if you've been a part of it for a long time, like a lot of you have. And it's hard to let go of something like that. You know, something you've spent decades of your life being a part of and working to better and supporting. And the SBC, while it may have been a bastion of conservative Christian ideas in the past, it's not that anymore. It's time to move on, unfortunately. What that looks for Southern Baptists, I don't know. I'm not sure if there will be a split, much like I thought there would be a split in the Methodist Church. I'm sure there will be. If it may just be a mass exodus and a new Southern Baptist Convention is going to have to be formed. The Southern Baptist Conservative Convention, the SBCC, whatever it may be, but there's no reason holding on and trying to fix a sinking ship that's going down when you know it's going down. It's time to let go. It's time to move on. And it's hard for me to be extremely empathetic because this has been a long time coming, and I've seen it coming, and so have many of you, and so many people in the SBC just sat back and said, "Well, we're just gonna preach the gospel and be conservative. And we're just gonna do our thing," instead of speaking up, fighting back, and actually making an effort to affect change. And that's what happens in most denominations. That's why a lot of new denominations are made. The old ones fall away, they become sinful, they become leftist or secular or sinful, whatever the cause may be, and then a split or an entirely new denomination is created, and the old one is left behind. And that's how new things are created. So I think it's time for that. So if you are part of the SBC, I think it's too late. I think it's time for something new, time to join something else, whatever it may be. I don't know. But yeah, I think the deep state is here, and it's here to stay, unfortunately. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you were at the Southern Baptist Convention, or if you're really closely related to it, let me know in the comments down below what you thought, or what you saw, what you heard, what you think the direction of the SBC is going to be in the future. Put it down in the comments down below. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks, guys.